I give them a thumbs up. I love trade schools. They're awesome. I was in trade school for about 3 months for cosmetology, but I told myself this is not something that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life. I didn't find it fun or that interest. Well, it was fun. It was fun, but I just didn't see myself doing it in the near future for a job, for a career for the rest of my life. So I stopped doing that, and I now have to go to college for at least 2 years because I want to be an infant teacher. In order to have the teacher title, I have to have at least 2 years of college experience. Plus, it's preferred for most jobs nowadays, even though I have tons of experience with kids because throughout all my life I've been around them, I've been watching them at daycares and different things like that. So I now have to go to college, which I might do online classes for about 2 years to do what I want to do. So that's awesome. That's another thing that I'm doing. I now have to go to college, even though I didn't want to in the first place, but I am going to go now because it is something that I want to do very much so. And it's only 2 years to me, which is another reason why I want to do online classes, because I can do it at my pace. And it's not something that I have to like physically see somebody doing, unless it's probably like CPR or something. I don't know. Unless it's something like that, I don't have to have hands-on work with it. I'm more of a hands-on person, but you know. So that's that. Can't really think of anything else that's been going on. Getting ready for the holidays, which I'm really excited for. That's going to be fun and crazy because not only do I have to work from 6 to 11:30, no, excuse me, from 6 p.m. to 11:45 p.m. on Thanksgiving, I have to also work on Black Friday. I firmly hate Black Friday. I think it's stupid. Why? Because you just spent yesterday being thankful for what you already have, but then the next day you're just going to trample a whole bunch of people for something just because it's at a cheap price. What? I hate it. I think it's stupid. And I know for a fact, I even told my managers, I was like, I'm not going to have it on Black Friday. Because I've worked Thanksgiving for like an absurd amount of hours, which I get time and a half, which is really cool. But since I worked Thanksgiving the day before and getting the store ready for Black Friday, I only have to work for probably like 3 or 4 hours. In that time, I will tell people if I don't act crazy, because I will have you leave the store, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm like, this is a kid's store, so we don't need anybody running around like trampling kids, people coming with their baby carriages. Just I'm not having any of that. Not having it. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even work. But my manager told me everybody's gonna be working, so I just want you guys to see what's going on the TV. She's trapped in a box and she has no idea where she is. Glad I recorded it because I'm barely paying attention to it now, and I wasn't paying attention to it when I first watched it. And sorry, I'm looking at something. I just got a notification. But yeah, that's probably everything in my personal life that's been going on that's pretty boring, because I'm a pretty chill person. I want to be at the point where I can be like traveling and vlogging stuff for you guys, but until such a time, I will tell you about the boring life. That is the only taste. Oh, one thing that I did want to show you guys is my dad is, well, here's his little cards came in. It's all his information there. Can you see that? Which is really cool. So these are my dad's business cards. He is the CEO/founder of Life Vision Entertainment. And all his information is here on the card. And I think that's really cool. So with my dad being who he is, I know he's going to be able to travel the world and do all this other stuff. And it may be on a business level, but then I hope it gets to the point where he can actually travel, just to travel and have fun and whatnot. That's going to be really fun and interesting for my dad. And yeah, at the moment for me, I'm just trying to find a job that's gonna, at this moment, get me by, get me everything that I need, and then I can actually focus on my career. Because I do plan on, I'm not one of those people who tries to, well, I am in a way. I rush some things because it's like, when it comes to school, I want to rush it, but then I don't want to rush it. I'm just one of those anxious people. It's like, I'm anxious to have my career. I'm anxious to get money and travel the world and do this, that, and the other. So one thing that I am kind of pushing right now is trying to move out of my house. I do still live with my parents. I'm in my early 20s. And I do want to move out, get my own place. Because one, for my family, I'm probably the second messiest person. I do like to clean when it gets to a certain point, but if it's not at that certain point, then I'm just like, leave it. Doesn't matter. I don't care. You know? So I am trying to push moving out soon. Get a small little apartment for my first place, and then get really, really started on my career. If you're watching this and you're in your early 20s like me, this is our time right now to be confused, but to also figure out what we want to do. And there's no such thing as having everything figured out as soon as you turn 20 or 21 or 22. That's actually the age where you're confused as shit on what you want to do. But in that being confused, you start putting pieces together of what you want to do, where you want to go in life, how you're going to get there, and you actually fall through with that plan. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm glad to have my boyfriend along to help me figure some things out. I really appreciate him for that. And yeah, that is pretty much it about my boring life. Now let's talk about this new stuff. And this video, by the way, is just random talk with Tay. Just came up with that now. But let's really honestly take time to pray for Nigeria, for Paris, for Mexico, for what's another place? It's crazy because it's so many things that have been happening lately, and it has to do with the world, you know, and just knowing that all this stuff is happening, it's really crazy if you actually sit and think about what's going on. Just like, wow, how is this happening? Why is this happening? You know? So yeah, let's take time out and just sit, pray for those people, pray for those countries, pray for all those places that honestly need the prayer, and for people to actually take time and think about them, you know, because there have been a lot of crazy things that have been going on, and I'm just baffled by it. And that's one reason why I don't like watching the news. I like watching the news in the morning to hear the weather and see what animal is at the SPCA that's up for adoption. That was a fail. But yeah, I hate watching the news because it's all, if you notice, they call it good day in the morning, but then like after, when you come home from a hard day of work, you just feel like seeing all the bad news that's going on in the world. And I know it's good to know what's going on, but it's like, it's so many bad things, so it's crazy, and I hate watching it. I keep up to date with it because my dad likes to come home and watch court shows in the news, so I'm stuck watching that. So I do see what's going on, or my mom or my sister will inform me about something that crazy that's happened. So yeah, I feel bad because I'm eating and talking about a serious subject at the same time, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's pray for those places. Take time out of your day to give a moment of silence for all the people who've passed, and just pray for these places and hope that they get everything back together and back to normal, you know? Yeah, aside from that, that was my boring situation. Yeah, I really can't think of anything else. One thing that I just thought about it. Two new videos that are actually subjects. They're not just random. One is going to be me introducing you guys to my boyfriend, and us doing the boyfriend tag. So this is like literally probably a 1-minute intro of this is my boyfriend. And then right after that, we're going to do the boyfriend tag. So you guys can know some information about us. We're going to ask We're going to look at questions, and I'm going to have him answer them. And if he's correct, I will go into detail on like how we met, where we met, I don't know, boyfriend tag questions. I've had a boyfriend in a long time, so I'm going to actually look up those questions and have them saved for the video. And that might come today, depending on if he ever wakes up and calls me and says he's on his way to get me. So that video might come out today. If not, it'll for sure be out this weekend. And my sister just got out of the bathroom from doing her hair, so I thought she was gonna come out and say hi. Oh, that's another thing. That's actually 3 videos. One's gonna be the boyfriend talk with my boyfriend, and the other one is gonna be a Q&A. So in my first one, by the way, so you guys can, I'll put in the bottom bar my Snapchat and my Instagram, so you guys can DM me and ask me any kind of questions you want. It doesn't have to be anything specific. And then another thing is gonna be a video with me and my sister, me and my big sister, just about different things that are going on and our opinions on different things. And if you think it's boring, you don't have to watch it. This is to all the people who do want to hear about different things that are going on. And I've already introduced my sister and did a video with her. So yeah, so 3 videos to come are my, I don't know what to call this video. I'm just going to call it the boyfriend tag. So I'm going to do the boyfriend tag, a Q&A, and random talk with my sister. So the one that's probably I'm going to wait on it for a little bit is the Q&A, because I do want people to have time to ask me whatever kind of questions they want to ask me. So yeah, I'll put, like I said, I'll put my Instagram and my Snapchat, and I'll also put my Twitter in there because that's a good thing. And I want to do hashtag the only Tay. I'm not gonna put the underscore in there. I'm gonna put hashtag the only Tay, and you can ask me questions. Hashtag the only Tay, blah 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 blah, whatever your question is, and I will answer all of them. So that one is probably going to be a really long video, and this one actually ran a little bit longer than I wanted it to. So peace, love, and barbecue chips until next time. And give this video a thumbs up, like it, share it, even though it's really boring. It's just random talk. So yeah, give this a thumbs up, and I will see you next time in my next videos.